Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps and I have another Stamps in the Mail Club project for you. This one uses the cute little berry basket. See, isn't that fun? And an awesome tag and some really fun ideas for making the most of the Crazy About You stamp set, which is this month's Stamps in the Mail Club feature. So let's get started and I'll give you some great tips for using this berry basket. With Fast Fuse, honestly, it could hardly be easier. So let me show you how it works. So since we have two parts to our project this month, our cute tag and our cute berry basket, I'm going to go ahead and show you the basket first so you know how that goes together, and then we'll go ahead and do our tag. So for the basket part, you're going to need the two pre-punched pieces from the berry basket die, the two scalloped edges and the two straight edges, and then we'll need our brads here eventually, but let's start with our pieces. Alright, I also am using my Fast Fuse adhesive. When I first got it, I have to admit I was not a huge fan. It's not an instant convert, so I put it away for like 6 months, but I recently had somebody give me a different way that they use it, and I am loving it. So I'm a huge fan now, and so I'll show you that trick that I learned so that you can try it too. So I'm folding here on all my score lines. And then I'm going to go ahead and on my basket pieces use my Fast Fuse. Now the way I was taught to use this was to make a check mark at the end. But I don't know about you, but a check mark to me kind of looks like this. Check. And then at the point I tend to push down with my pencil and then, you know, push it off the side really fast. But that's not how I found the Fast Fuse to work best for me. What I found is that I don't need to push hardly at all. It's super grabby, so it doesn't need me to like push down on it. And then all I do is I move it to the side at a 90-degree angle. I know they're joking at my Demonstrator training meeting the other night. They're like, we need protractors for Stampin' Up. Okay, fine, make fun all you want, but seriously, 90 degrees. It's amazing. All right, it was good fun too. I was laughing with them. And who knows, maybe Stampin' Up! Does need a protractor, who knows. Anyway, you're going to go ahead and line up your basket pieces so that you have all of them there. We'll give it an extra squish, even though Fast Fuse is awesome and you hardly have to. And then we have our scallop basket pieces. They are scored when they come through the die, so you just need to find the score lines and go ahead and score them, or fold them on the score lines. There we go. Okay, so see how this is going to go together? I have these two tabs that will be like this. So all I'm going to do now is add a little Fast Fuse. Look, 90 degrees. Perfect. Look, oh, 90 degrees works every time. And then I'm going to go ahead and line up my basket ends. So you can see like I'm a huge Fast Fuse convert now. Okay. So I'm going to set my basket rim down that way, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Fast Fuse again. Look, all I have to do is pull, and then turn it to the, move it to the side. You're not twisting, you're not turning, you're not checking. All you're doing is just slide to the side. 90 degrees, baby. Here, you can use your grid paper. 90 degrees if you need to. Ooh, I have pieces of paper flying everywhere. Okay, so grab all four corners of that. 4 edges, and then gonna put our rim back if it's moved. Okay, I have the scallop side up, and I'm going to take all 4 pieces here and I am going to just push them in toward the center. I'm going to put my berry basket down the middle, and then I'm going to pick one side, so we're going to do this one first, and I'm going to center the rim and the basket panel, and then I'm just going to tap down because it's Fast Fuse. Look, it's stuck. That's all I needed to do. And then I'm going to do the far side, which I think you can probably still see. I'm going to center the rim. Okay, I'll pick it up. I'm going to center the rim and the basket and set that baby down. Look, see, all stuck. And then I'm going to do this side, and I'm kind of holding these to the inside so they don't grab where I don't want them to. Center that and squish it. And then this side, and I'm going to center and squish. So there's 4 sides to our berry basket, and it's very, very strongly stuck. So you can see how well that works. You could put, I think you put a fair amount of weight in there. Look, you can store your Fast Fuse in it. Isn't that cute? Okay, anyway, I'm going to grab my paper piercing mat and actually use it for piercing with my piercing tool, because what I want to do now is go ahead and pierce some holes in my basket. So I'm going to pick one side, and I'm going to do 1, 2, and then I'm going to flip it to the opposite, and I'm going to do 2 holes here, 1, 2, And then I'm going to pierce both of the ends of my handles. And look, I'm just going to save myself time and do them both at the same time. So there's 2 ends pierced, and I have them doubled up, so that's how I'm doing 2 at a time. Okay, and I have 2 ends pierced. To assemble your basket, what you're going to do is go ahead and put your Candy Dot brad base. See how they have that cool little rim in the top? You're going to slide that baby into the hole that you punched, and then you're going to attach your handle. And then fold your things back, and then you're going to flip it to the other side where you are going to put another brad base through and fold this around and attach your handle. Voila! And then to finish it, you're going to grab one of those brad bases, and the color will vary for your Stamps in the Mail Club kit on these, and just pop that on, and that gives you that cool kind of finished look. Or honestly, they fit the rhinestones and the pearls too, or you can just leave them cute in silver. So you're going to do the same thing with the other handle. Ta-da! 2 handles. And then you're going to grab your tissue paper that came with your Stamps in the Mail Club kit, because we're going to do some stamping. So I have the large flower from Crazy For You and random dimensional backing. I'm going to go ahead and stamp some flowers here on my tissue paper. And when you're random stamping, remember to make sure that some of your flowers go off the edge of your paper. And then I'm going to, I'll show you a real fast version. I'm going to cover the whole paper, but I'm going to pause and use a mask. So this was stamped onto a piece of Post-it note, and I trimmed around it really tight. See how there's no white showing around the edge? I'm going to cover up one of my flowers, and then I'm going to grab my pistachio pudding ink pad and the awesome leaf sprig, stem, whatever you want to call it. Botanists, feel free to copy or comment. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my flower, so that now when I'm finished, I will have a fully covered tissue paper with flowers and leaves. So just kind of fill in all your space. All right. Onto the tag. For our tag pieces, we have the Happy, which is punched and pre-die cut for you with the Hello You Thinlits, and the punching is done with the Ornate Tag Topper. So I have some fun little pieces here. So this is actually pretty simple. You're just going to grab your pieces and a Stampin' dimensional sheet. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back. Make sure your word's facing the right direction. It doesn't read so well upside down. Although we've had some funny laughs at Stamp Club with people trying to figure out what the dies say when they're trying to read them upside down and backwards. And so anyway, kind of funny. And then I'm going to offset this just a tiny bit because I like it that way. And then it gives us a fun green border at the end. Oh, okay. Before you do this part, I got so excited to put it together. You can grab a pair of regular scissors or grab the Stampin' Up! Fringe scissors, which are a whole lot of blade all in one. And let's see, I'm going to peel this back just a tiny bit because I will, there. Okay, so pretend I didn't assemble it. So what I'm going to do with my fringe scissors is go ahead and fringe the end of my tag. You'll notice I'm not putting the blade tips where I want it to stop. Often when you cut like that, here's a piece of scratch paper, you end up getting like a, see, it's kind of messy at the end, like the pieces are all ripped. So what you want to do instead is stop cutting. Kind of see the difference there? So you want to stop shy of where you want your, or where you stop where you want your fringe to end, but stop shy of where you want your, make sure the scissors, the end of the scissors is shy of where you want your fringe to end so that you get nice, neat ends. Okay, we fringed that. We are going to put our Crisp Cantaloupe Baker's Twine through here. This is one of the in colors that will be, gasp, gone at the end of the Stampin' Up! Year at the end of May. So make sure you have your rinkers and your pads and everything, your cardstock for it if you want. And then I'm going to put a piece of the pistachio pudding through, and I'm going to put a piece of the pom-pom trim through, and you can center it or not. And then I'm just going to kind of snug that tag down. See how that worked? So now our pieces are all held in place, and I'm going to tie bow here. Not tie bow, that's different. Tie a bow. And now we have our end there done. The other piece that's in your kit is another one of these awesome little wooden pieces. And so from my Crazy About You stamp set, I'm going to grab my Spring Word. Let's see, I think I have it out already. I do. from this fabulous photopolymer, which means you can see right through it, which means it is super easy to position your stamp exactly where you want it on your wooden piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then when you're stamping in the wooden elements, just give it a second to make sure your ink has time to transfer evenly. And there is our spring word. And favorite adhesive for attaching these is Green Lid glue, or glue dots are good too, mini glue dots. So I'm going to slide that across there, because really happy spring is a great sentiment for this time of year. I don't know if it's getting warm where you are, or maybe you live someplace where it's warm all year long. Lucky you. But we are just starting to get spring here in the Midwest. So I am excited to share this basket project with you as our final Stamps in the Mail Club project for this month. If you have any questions or you'd like to order your own Stamps in the Mail Club project kit with Crazy About You and the pistachio pudding ink pad, make sure you give me a holler so that I can get one to you before they're gone. So thanks so much for stamping with me by mail, and thanks for watching. Happy stamping!